Time for another Peach's Corner, guys. I just did one. I was inside there and they were enjoying those cashews there and that little treat box hanging. And now I'm going to do Peach's Corner from outside here. I'll just sit on a chair and answer your questions. We had a lot of questions. So thank you very much for that. You're keeping it very interesting, this series. I'll keep doing it as long as you guys participate. It's all about that. So you ask the questions and I try to answer. And I've said before, I don't know everything. We just know things from having them live with us like this. So let's get right to it. So if you're some moaning and groaning, that's the pup rolling in the grass and the leaves. She's probably scratching her back. There's a happy pup. So V Cold Duck asks, how do you keep the birds warm in the winter? We put a heater in the aviary. No, I'm teasing. No, they stay inside every night that we bring them in. They have some cages in the porch area. And we bring them out in the daytime. And if it's too cold, you know, like last winter there was like 3 really bad weeks. It was like minus 30, like it was really nasty, like really cold. And they stay in. And only if it's not bad out, even in the winter, they came out sometimes. Then they come out nice sunny day if it's not too cold. Like a little cold's alright. Then that's what we do with that. Pearface is asking, what do you do with all the feathers after the molting, you know? And well, to be honest, we throw them out. Actually the birds here, they're scared of their own feathers, so we just can't keep them on the floor or anything. They start squawking and screaming and wonder what they're scared about. It's the feathers. But we don't have a bunch of kitties like you do hanging around. Maybe they'd enjoy that, but that's what we do with those. You can hear that flopping behind too. We got the tarp up like that and it's blowing up, but we're trying to protect the birds because the migration season's almost over. But not quite, so we gotta protect them. Roku's asking, have the birds learned how to open any of the cage latches? Actually, they can. There's double latches on certain cages and it's a little harder then because they know birds are smart. But all these birds can open latches. They're all smart enough to do that. So yes, it's possible. Lots of questions today, guys. Thank you. Gordon's asking, have you ever fed the birds raw meat or leftovers? Well, when we first had baby Peach, we were feeding raw ground beef, like ground meat. And then we took, you know, after, you know, we were giving to the other birds when we got them, and we went to the vet. Like the vet sees these birds and they said don't give raw meat. And we thought, Cherry says he wants some. We thought, who cooks for birds in the wild, right? They don't have no stoves to cook it, so they obviously can handle it. But they said since you live with them, like humans and wild animals, or like these ones were rescued and imprinted, it's not a good mix. If they're eating raw and then you're handling them and everything, in the wild is one thing. But if you're just feeding, and they said too much meat is no good. So, you know, we took that advice and we give them a little bit of cooked meat now and then, but not that often because they said they do not need that much meat. There's another question here for Pi. From Mahaz Keheya. I hope I pronounced that right. Does Pi still say get ready for bed or Toodila? Because they haven't heard that much anymore. Pi's saying get ready for bed constantly. We're just not filming it that much. Like in the house, we'll bring him in at night. He's saying it though. He might say it for an hour straight. One of these times we'll make a video inside. I know some of you want to see videos like that too, but we like to show them out here because the nice space they have. Pop's looking for treats. And we like to film out here, but we will eventually film inside. You'll hear that get ready for bed. So this is not really a question, but Cachito. Has been a long time subscriber and viewer on our channel. Thank you, Cachito, for watching our videos and leaving nice comments. Cachito's been around a long time. We know lots of you watching have been, but Cachito's been participating and commenting for a long time. And they said they notice I have a hard time sometimes telling the pies apart, like pie and spice, and sometimes I do, because I'll think it's pie, but the way I can really tell, let's say if I didn't know, if you go up to pie, he doesn't move. If you go up to spice, he moves. He's cheekier, and he's just the way he is. If you get too close to him, he takes off. So I hope that you understand that, Cachito, because yeah, sometimes I have a hard time, and if I'm looking through the camera lens here and screen, for sure I might not be able to tell. But it's a little harder, that's true. Aya Hannah Broman asks, what are the magpies' favorite food? I think it's Jerry's favorite food too. They really love insects, so they really love mealworms. We haven't got any for a while, but they'll eat insects right out of the air here. They'll grab them when they're flying by. And they love berries and stuff like that. Like, they really do. But I'd have to say insects, like mealworms and stuff. They really enjoy that kind of food. Alyssa Shea, if I hope I pronounced that properly, asks, what is the longest sentence said by any of the birds? It's probably pot. It's probably Cherry. No, it's probably Pie when he says, get ready for bed. Or something he says, Peach, good peach, get ready for bed. So it'd have to be Pie. So now one from Max Eaglestone. Do the birds ever get aggressive with one another, and do we ever have to break anything up? That's very rare, very rare. Sometimes they're chasing each other around for food or stuff, and they might get under each other's skin, but they usually work it out. I really haven't, ever seen or heard of problems. Sometimes there's some squawking going on, and Pie might be chasing Spice, or Spice might be chasing Pie, but there's nothing really aggressive. When I'm done, Pop, we'll play ball. Just be patient, Pop. We'll play ball. There's Peach, guys. He's in his corner. I'm looking from outside. They're getting used to that tarp flopping around. They used to be scared at first, but there he is anyways. There's Peach in his corner. Let's end this video, he says. So Lori Belmore asks, this is the last question, guys. Lori Belmore asks, do Spice and Pie mimic crows and other birds, or a dog barking even? Well, Pie makes crow sounds, and probably Spice does too, right? Probably, when we hear it sometimes, it could be Spice even doing that. I don't always know which one's doing it, but it's more than likely it's Spice. He's mimicking the crows. Never heard him do a dog barking, but sometimes he makes a loud, sharp sound. Maybe that's a dog, I don't know, but I'm not sure about that. So I hope that answered your question. They basically just mimic the crows here because they live with them, so mainly the crows. So guys, that's it for another Peach's Corner here. Cherry's really vocal again. You must hear something in the distance. We really had fun, and we're really enjoying these videos ourselves, making these, and you guys seem to really like it too. I think that's Peach now. Peach is saying something. They must hear something out there. Pop's mumbling here, rolling. I'll be playing ball with her right away. But yeah, we'll keep doing it as long as you guys show interest in it. And you're really getting the questions coming now. If we ever get up to 1 million views, I'd never be able to answer them all, right? We won't anyways, but wouldn't that be a good problem? Maybe then we'd have to get Peach pick them, right? That's what we would do, because we can't answer them all, and Peach would pick what he wants. So thanks for watching this, and keep the questions coming. I'm enjoying doing this myself too. It's lots of fun. See you in the next one, guys. Please subscribe if you're new here.